Several years ago, the Duty Council took a position that we would not support segregated employment, nor would we support subminimum wage. And when we have at the council opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to help us to get the message out of employment, Sarah is a person that we go to.
My name is Sarah Carmany. I'm a SAM board member.
Sarah has a passion for employment, and so she does a phenomenal job of explaining to people that people with disabilities really deserve real pay for real work.
It's not enough to give people with disabilities the kind of lifestyle they need. They need to be able to go out there and make more, just like every other person.
Sarah 100% is probably the strongest advocate I have met when it comes to the subminimum wage. Her own personal story where she went from school and was attempted to be shuffled into a segregated setting where she would work on like skill building and then receive a subminimum wage. It was a very traumatic experience for her. And because of her own experience, having the system, as she says, try to shuffle her into that type of setting. She believes that everybody can work and you just have to find the right job that meets your skill set and you can earn a fair wage and a living wage.
So Sarah is very interested in politics, and especially in local politics and state politics. She's very knowledgeable about the issues. In fact, generally I learn a great deal from her. In fact, she talks to most of the family members about things that are happening and her feelings about certain political issues, and she feels like that she's part of an answer to a problem.
I have a very strong passion for public policy, and so basically I kind of like following bills and tracking bills and trying to talk to legislatures about trying to get legislation into law and stuff.
So when she goes in to meet with legislators, she knows exactly the facts and figures. She knows exactly what the position that needs to be expressed, and she can passionately get that legislator to understand the experiences of people with disabilities. She is exceptionally good at public policy.
Sarah knows exactly how the procedures go, and she would say to people, if you're going to come to the advocacy day, make sure that you sign up with your legislator well in advance. People that are like the professionals aren't following those same protocols. That Sarah has learned how to do it by experience.
I know there are certain issues that's important to her. I know one in particular in the past was decreasing the funding for local transportation. And it was important for her that they don't do that because Sarah relies on the local transportation and she's very good at using it. In fact, does her grocery shopping that way. She goes to her meetings. She goes to places that she wants to go. And so it offers her a lot of independence.
One of her advocacy points is that it really is troublesome for people who rely on wheelchairs to get in and out of bus shelters in the wintertime if they're not shoveled.
So she was actually taking her snow shovel, and while she was waiting for the bus, she would shovel the snow out herself, for herself and for others.
It also helps her make community connections. Through her advocacy work, met this person and met this person, and now she has that cleaning job where she cleans the house and then she does the yard work. Same thing for the beverage company that she cleans. She makes connections there and she feels valued, and it helps with social situations and social interactions for her.
She was doing a community conversation downtown, and she invited, any of us to go to that. So I went to it and was just astounded by who she was in that realm.
Community conversations are trying to get people to learn about SAM and also about different issues. Like we're having this community conversation, try to get more people to understand that voting is a right because people with disabilities are citizens as well.
Sarah is the perfect advocate to say that people with disabilities are no different than anyone else, with or without a disability, whatever that looks like. And she strongly believes that more people with disabilities should understand that and see the value in their vote and understand the issues that are at hand. And I think that she just pushes everybody.
Individuals like me need to tell our experiences to show what really happens in a daily life of the disabled.